Okay, hello everybody. My name is Ian Hocking. I'm going to be your tutor on course DT840. So I thought it might be useful just to, with using a video just to introduce you to some of the important concepts, warn you of some of the things that students sometimes find difficult on this course. And just give you a little bit of information about myself and plus what the first few weeks of the course might be like. Okay, so I am reading things off two computer screens, which means that my eyes will very seldom be looking at you. They'll be looking in various different places, so apologies for the disconcerting effect of that. Okay, so if you've been on the OU before, if you've done an OU course, things will be quite familiar for you, I suspect. So you'll be used to using the virtual learning environment first class, and you'll be used to the way in which we deal with TMAs, for instance, with tutor-marked assignments. If you haven't, I just want to give you one or two pointers. First thing is, if things are difficult, if you've looked through the documentation, you're not entirely sure what you're doing when certain things are happening, just send me an email. It's easily done. It's ihocking@gmail.com, which is ihocking@gmail.com. Okay, so who am I? Well, my background is in psychology. Specifically, it's in the area of psycholinguistics. Psycholinguistics is the study of the various cognitive mechanisms and skills associated with language processing. I've also looked at, in my teaching career, I've looked at aspects of general psychology, artificial intelligence, cognitive science, philosophy of mind. Not only am I an associate lecturer at the OU, I'm also an associate tutor at Canterbury Christchurch, where I teach all manner of things related to psychology. In terms of the OU, I've been teaching on course DT840 for more than 5 years now. I also teach on course D821. Okay, so now that I've introduced myself, I just want to give you a little bit more detail about the kind of support services that are available to you. So in terms of kind of immediate things like how to get help, I've said that you can email me. There are also other places to go. So if you want help on general things beyond the scope of the course itself, you can go to the main OU website, and there you'll find resources on careers advice, general computing advice. Generally speaking, I can't really help you with things like your computer blowing up, Windows has contracted a virus, that kind of thing. I will direct you to the computing help desk in those cases, but I can help you with things like any academic inquiries, obviously, about the materials and those kind of things. So DT840 itself as a course makes heavy use of a virtual learning environment, which is essentially a place on the web where you go to discuss things with me as your tutor and with other students. Okay, so you can find more details of how to use First Class in your welcome pack. So one or two things to point out to you that will be quite useful in First Class are a couple of forums. The first one is called DT840 Student Forum. Within there you will see the DT840 O9K Common Room, is what it would be called, and that's a place where you can go and basically chat to other students on the course. The most important conference from our point of view, between kind of me as your tutor and you, is a conference called DT840 O9K R07 IH778TG. That conference, and there will be notes associated with this video, so if you didn't write that down, just have a look at the notes. that essentially is our tutor conference. That will be the main way of me keeping in touch with you. So while you can email me and you can phone me as well if you really need to. I'd rather you emailed, but you can phone. Most of our communication is going to take place within that conference. Okay, so only I can look at that, and you, that is my group of tutees, can see that conference. Okay, so you need to check that every few days. There'll be group activities that we'll do in that conference, and we'll be discussing what happens in those in those activities, and we'll be talking about what lessons can be learned from them in relation to all kinds of things related to research methods. Okay. Good, so as well as that, I'll be using it to post administrative messages as well about telephone tutorials, etc., etc. Okay, so with regards to telephone tutorials, let's have a quick chat about those. Essentially, a telephone tutorial is like a conference telephone call. It will involve you dialing into a particular number, and then we'll talk for probably an hour or so, usually less than an hour, on some kind of tutorial topic. There'll be me and up to 6 other fellow students, and we'll have probably 3 of those throughout the course, maybe 4 depending on demand. I'll tell you a bit more about telephone tutorials the closer that we get to the first one, which is probably going to be either at Christmas or just after. And one of the things that I'd like you to do as an exercise just to get started is to go on to the first class conference, go into our tutor group, and post there whether you would prefer to have a telephone tutorial prior to Christmas or just after. And bear in mind when the deadline is for TMA1, because we can discuss aspects of TMA1 in that tutorial. Okay, so in terms of teaching in general on this course, although we'll be talking about things in the tutor group, and there'll be times when you email me, most of the teaching that I'm going to be doing on this course will be via the reasonably copious notes that I write all over your assignment. The assignments they're obviously very important. They're like the backbone of the course, and the best way for me to use my time, which is I think about 5 hours a week, so I don't have a great deal of time on this course. The best way that I can use my time to help you is to provide as detailed as possible feedback as I can on your assignments. Okay, so that's kind of the main way that I'm going to try and help you develop your ideas, specifically related to the kind of research proposal that you are coming up with. Okay, that reminds me, it's worth remembering that DT840 itself is not a course where you carry out any kind of research. Okay, you are developing a proposal and you stop at the point at which you might perhaps go on to collect data. So there's no data collection at all that's going to take place on this course. Okay, everything is designed to take you from your very first research idea all the way up to submitting a proposal. Okay, so there'll be no data collection at all, because of course you're not really supervised. I'm here, you are where you are. Okay. Okay, good. So welcome to DT840. I'm going to post an exercise to the tutor group, which should get the ball rolling, hopefully, an e-activity, which is going to be, well, I'll give the details on the course on that forum itself. So I wish you the very best of luck on the course, and I look forward to seeing your assignments.